What's up everybody, welcome in this new tutorial. Today I'm going to share with you 7 tips and tricks that will help you be more productive when working with both Pandas and Python. If you're ready, let's get started. The first trick is to replace missing values of one data frame with existing values of another data frame. This is done using the update function. In this illustration, we have the first data frame dot update second data frame. What this is going to do is to replace the missing values of the first data frame with the existing values of this second data frame given in parameter. And here is an illustration. We have our two data frames, and let's show them to see what they look like. And we have this first data frame with some missing values, and this second data frame does not have a missing value. And what we're doing here is to call this first data frame dot update this second data frame and provide the override attribute which is false. And why we're doing this false? Because we don't want to overwrite the existing values that we already have in the first data frame. For instance, we don't want to replace this 10 with this 1. We only want to replace this and missing value with these 2, right? And running this function, we can see that the missing values from the first data frame are filled with the non-missing values of the second data frame. Sometimes you might want to see the progress of your task, especially when you are dealing with very time-consuming tasks. And to do that in Pandas, you use the progress apply function. And to be able to use this progress apply function, you have to enable the use of this function by typing tqdm.pandas. And what I've done here is to create a simple pandas data frame with only one column, and also I have this function that I will be applying to create a second column. And this second column is going to be taking the first column multiplied by 2, and from one iteration to another I'll be temporarily stopping the task so that it can be time consuming. And by running this, we can see the progress bar going on for the execution of the custom function that is applied to the first column. And at the end, I show the first 5 rows of this final data frame. The third one is being able to create a data frame from an unstructured data. Let's say that you have this data frame and we have the column details. This column is an unstructured format, but we can see that there are a couple of information that can be interesting, like the person's first name, last name, the degree the person is doing, and also how old that person is. What we can do here is to create a regular expression that is going to extract all the meaningful information. And in our scenario, it's going to extract the first name, the last name, the degree of the person, the fields of study of that person, and the age of the candidate. With that pattern, I apply that pattern using the target column and apply the str extract, and boom, we have the final data frame. This is amazing, and this can be used for further analysis. Sometimes when you are trying to aggregate information from a data frame, sometimes we use a single aggregation. Let's consider this example. Let's say that we want to group this data by area and the year, and at the same time we're going to create the average grades column and students count and also average age. So this is going to create these columns on the fly, and let's run this. And here the final result shows for both area and year we have the average grades, students count, and average age. Those columns have been created on the fly. And the fifth one is being able to select rows based on a timestamp. This can be useful especially when you're working with time series data. Imagine that you have this attendance data frame and you might want to extract students from a specific time range, right? We have their location and the attendance. And let's say that you are interested in students who attend from 1 p.m. to 3:30. This can be done using the between function. By using the between function, you can extract the time range that you are interested in. This is the the starting time, and this is the ending time. And by doing this, what you're doing, we are going to have is, let's display this final data frame, filtered data. And by showing the filtered data, you can see that we have only students from 1 p.m. to 3:30. In the range of 1 p.m. to 3:30. And also, sometimes you are working with Python. Let's say that you want to check if all of this information in this list are old values. One way of doing this is to use a for loop. You can use your for loop by initiating an attribute to true, and you go through all the numbers and check if this number respects this criteria. Then you change the all to false, and then you break, right? And this is going to return, let's execute this one first. And this is going to return the final result telling that all numbers are odds, and here is true. But there is a better way of doing this. This is using the all function. What this all function is doing is to check if all the values in the list respect the criteria given in parameter here. It's going to say that all the values in the list are all odd. Yeah, this is one of the great ways of getting rid of for loops and write in a kind of more elegant way. And the seventh one is using indexes. When you are going through a list, most of the time we use indexes. Let's say that you want to show for each values in this list, not only show the index but also the value. We have the index along with the value. But another way of doing this is to use the enumerate function. By applying the enumerate to a list, it's going to provide the index and also the value in the city. So we say that index is the index of the list, and also big city is the value that we want to get from that list. Here we have the same value, but the benefit here is that we don't have to manually manage the index's value in that list. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and also let me know in the comment section if there are additional stuff that you want me to cover in my future videos. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.